Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back into part 3 of our series, Behind the Song. Today we're going to be talking about the third of 3 songs on The Life You Left Behind, called A View of Heaven from A Seat in Hell. And if you've listened to the song a few times, you probably heard that the album actually gets its name directly from this song, The Life You Left Behind, which is a lyric in the song. Quick little side note for you. This is a tough one to talk about because it's probably the most personal song that I've ever written, and the most just to give you a little bit of insight, just as I got ready to do this behind the song, my mom actually texted me and said, "How are you gonna diplomatically talk about this song without saying too much?" And it's honestly a very loaded song to the extent that I can't say too much about it without people potentially in my family getting hurt. So I have to kind of speak generally about the song because it's a very, very touchy subject. But with that in mind, I will try to give you the best description possible, although I like to think that the lyrics in the song are pretty descriptive and tell a story in themselves. But A View of Heaven from a Seat in Hell started out as, I can grab this really quick for you. Where's my bag? I was sitting on my bed one day and I was just sitting there like, just kind of jamming. I don't know why I needed to play you that because it's not that cool. But I was just sitting there playing that part, and I'd always kind of wanted to write a song about divorce because I think that it's something that's very prominent in our culture today, and it's something that I think it's so hard to deal with, and I think it's such a selfish thing, and I think that oftentimes the people involved aren't the ones that get hurt the most, and it kind of branches out, and there's so many other people involved that it could leave a lasting impact on, more so than it ever. I mean, granted, it probably affects the people involved tremendously, but I think it also tremendously affects other people, and so this song, it's not from the point of view of someone getting divorced. It's from the point of view of someone who is seeing a divorce happen and having that divorce impact them, and them kind of, you can tell I'm struggling right now to talk about this and stay general with it, but it's about how that divorce, they see that, and how they feel like they have to sort of take control of the situation and rectify it, and say, you know what, like, we're gonna be okay. This really sucks right now, but we're gonna get through this, and we're gonna be okay in the end, and we're gonna be good people, and we're not gonna let this completely crush our spirits. And I think that's really the heart of the song, is that I wanted, although it's such a sad song in so many ways, I wanted the heart and soul of the song to be like, we all will heal again, and we'll all, at the end of the day, the takeaway is that we're gonna be okay, and we're gonna make it through this, and so that's really all I want you to know in terms of what the song is about. I want you to know that was my mindset writing it, is that I wanted to write a very sad song about divorce and the effect that it has on people, but I wanted, from my experience, what I've seen, I wanted people to know that you can get through it. And I'm not talking personally, like my parents aren't divorced, but it's a close enough connection that I feel like I've seen the outcome of it, and that it's possible to, overcome that challenge of having your family kind of ripped apart and being so confused about how you should feel about the people that apparently love you, and do they really love you, and that there is that hope there somewhere, and hopefully you can find it. So that's the gist of A View of Heaven from A Seat in Hell. To give you a little bit more background on it, aside from the actual song itself, the song title came. This is totally a separate subject now. I was watching that show, I Shouldn't Be Alive, on, I think it's on Discovery Channel, and there was this guy that had been like trapped out at sea in a raft for like 80 days, and he was talking about how he was trapped out in the ocean in the middle of absolutely nowhere, engulfed with ocean water and this raft and beautiful sunny days in the Gulf of Mexico or something like that. And hypothetically, it should have been this amazing time. You know, people pay to go on vacations to be surrounded by water and no one else, and beautiful sunny days. And so, but he was starving. You know, he didn't have food and he wasn't able to drink because the water was all salty. And so he said this line. It felt like I was trapped in, and I had a view of heaven from a seat in hell. You know, because he's everything around him is so beautiful and it's kind of like heaven. But from his perspective, it's a seat in hell. And I heard him say that, and I thought it was such an interesting line. And it instantly kind of connected that when I finished this song up, it felt like such an interesting take on this whole divorce idea. You know, it's everything around you might feel so good, but like from where you're at, it's like, what the hell is going on here? You know, so I thought that was pretty cool. The other cool aspect is that we had our friend Lacey sing on the song, and I really, really was excited. We talked about getting a girl involved in the song for a while, and I was very excited to get a girl on it because I think it adds a whole other kind of layer and dynamic to the song that gives it a very cool sound, and one that we've never really messed with before. But I'm very happy with the result of that, and so I think that's kind of all I've got to say about it. I'm super proud of the song. I will say, out of all the songs that I've been a part of writing and recording, I'd say it's probably my number one to this date. And you know, for a lot of the response I've heard from you guys is that you've all kind of been able to connect with it as well, and it's kind of very exciting to me that something that is so close to me is able to kind of have an impact on you guys as well. So it's very exciting that the response and feedback to this song has been so awesome. So thank you guys so much for all of your feedback on the song and all of the songs. And I guess I'll talk to you soon. Bye.